that Ghana is united. Ghana shares the pain of the president, government, and the families of those who have lost their lives especially. And that is where I believe that the people are now showing the goodwill by coming here to express their feeling. And so the president of Sierra Leone has been chauffeured to the forecourt of the presidency, where he will enter the main foyer, where a table has been put there with a book, and he will be signing this book of condolence. It is very, very significant. President of Sierra Leone, who is currently signing the book of condolence, and beside him is the chief of staff, Mr. Julius Debra. The names rhyme. He's also Julius Maada is the president of Sierra Leone. So, as I said, the ECOWAS Commission President, Dr. Omar Aliu Tuari, described the victims' incident and the victims as dedicated public servants who have perished painfully on their way to work without knowing what was ahead of them, and their remains were brought back a day the incident happened. So while we are listening to the Atentembeng performer, the presidential advisor on the 24-hour economy, Mr. Guzitando, and his team will be doing their presentation while we listen to the Atentembeng performer. president of Sierra Leone will be meeting some government officials. So I see Leone, who is the deputy chief of staff in charge of administration, and of course you also see other officials who are government representatives who will be following as they lead into the forecourt that they since yesterday in honor of all those who passed in that tragic helicopter crash on their way to Obuasi. Sierra Leone has had a very good ties with Ghana for many years. You remember when we had the crisis ushered into the presidency, where he will be signing the book of condolence. After signing the book of condolence, he will proceed to the residence of His Excellency John Dramani to have a word with him. So, the President of Sierra Leone is seeing the law shot, and he will be led by the Chief of Staff, Mr. Julius Maada. There will be other government officials who will also be accompanying to where they will be laying reciting the condolence. And for many of you who have just joined us, the laying of flowers has been very, very, very emotional since morning. A number of institutions have been represented by their chief executive officers. A number of diplomatic missions have also been represented by the high commissioners, and some ambassadors of some of these countries have also passed through to lay their flowers. And many of them are saying that the news hurt them, most especially because of the personalities involved who were on duty. And this tragic incident was a big blow, not only to Ghana, but for them, to every country that means well for each other, especially countries that they have ties with. Sierra Leone, if you may know, has strong bilateral relations, which is characterized by cooperation in various sectors, including trade, security, local governance, and especially These are the areas where that country depends on Ghana for the sharing of experiences. So that has been the story since morning. And if you have followed this channel for a while, you would notice from the shots we have shared with you that a lot of people are demonstrating that Ghana is united. Ghana shares the pain of the president, government, and the families of those who have lost their lives especially. And that is where I believe that the people are now showing the goodwill by coming here to express their feeling. And so the president of Sierra Leone has been chauffeured to the forecourt of the presidency, where he will enter the main foyer, where a table has been put there with a book, and he will be signing this book of condolence. It is very, very significant because apart from him, we have a number of African countries whose leaders took to social media, Twitter or X to be specific, to express how they felt when the news came public. The UN, ECOWAS, the African Union, all those institutions have paid their tribute. Back here in Ghana, among the leaders, the President, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who spoke to the nation yesterday. We also know that former President Nana Akufo-Addo also issued a statement expressing condolences with the bereaved family. So you see the President of Sierra Leone, who is currently signing the book of condolence, and beside him is the Chief of Staff, Mr. Julius Debra. The names rhyme. He's also Julius Maada is the President of Sierra Leone. So as I said, the ECOWAS Commission President, Dr. Omar Aliu Tuari, described the victims' incident and the victims as dedicated public servants who have perished painfully on their way to work without knowing what was ahead of them, and their remains were brought back. The incident happened in the night, and as we speak, samples have been taken for DNA tests, and we understand that next week, Friday, on the 15th of August, 2025, a state funeral will be held for them. But tomorrow, there will be an event at the forecourt of the State House where all Ghanaians from all walks of life, members of the diplomatic corps, representatives of the various security agencies will all be present, gathered at the forecourt of the State House, where a ceremony will be held to remember the 8 citizens who have who can now be described as the late officers of the Ghana Armed Forces who were on duty, and of course some top government officials who were on their way to attend a function which was part of efforts government was putting in place or is putting in place to stop illegal mining. Among those who have passed are the Minister for Defense, Dr. Edward Kofi Omane Boama, a young, intelligent, very articulate, passionate, with integrity many Ghanaians can attest to, who has demonstrated his commitment to serve the nation, is no more with us. And such names are the ones people remember, and they cannot hold their tears. Alhaji Dr. Murtala Mohammed, Minister for Environment, Science and Technology. If you listened to the president yesterday, he paid tribute to all of them, including the crew who were flying the Air Force helicopter. You have Alhaji Muniru Mohammed Limuna, who is the acting Deputy National Security Coordinator. The Dr. Samuel Sapon, Vice Chairman of the National Democratic Congress, and Samuel Abuaje, a former parliamentary candidate, and the military officers involved, if you will remember, as Squadron Leader Peter Bafemi Anala, Flying Officer Main Trum Ampedu, and Sergeant Ernest Adomensa. So the Sierra Leonean president's presence here has been very brief. He arrived a few minutes ago. He was received by the Chief of Staff, who introduced him to some top government officials, including the Deputy Chief of Staff in charge of administration and the legal advisor to the President, Marietta Brew, after which he led him to the ceremonial gardens where he laid a flower, after which he was led to the foyer of the presidency where he signed a book of condolence. From the presidency, he will be led to the residence of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who will receive him and hear the message he has to share. But this is beautiful that as a country, as a president of a country far away within the sub-region, having been hit by this sad news, he has gone ahead to travel all the way to Ghana to demonstrate the goodwill the people of Sierra Leone have for Ghanaians. Earlier today, Her Excellency First Lady Lordina Mahama also passed through. The former Vice President Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia also passed through. The Council of Elders of the NDC also passed through to lay flowers. So that has been the story. So between
No, because it's still laying of flowers to our servicemen and government officials who lost their life on last 3 days. These are the words from the community official. See, if you watch here, these are some of the flowers people laid. This from Rwanda. This is a Honorable Dr. Ibrahim Muntala. So I'm talking to this flowers from the love from the Honorable Muntala. It's also from some of the servicemen and Ghanaians officials who are here to show their respect